America, a land of promise and opportunity, but also a land where shadows lurk. Prepare to be shocked as we venture into the heart of America's most dangerous states. From the neon-drenched streets of Las Vegas to the icy plains of Alaska, we'll uncover the harsh realities of crime and violence. We'll delve into the factors that contribute to these alarming statistics: poverty, inequality, and the proliferation of firearms. Join us now for a journey through the 10 most hazardous states, where every town has a story and every shadow carries a risk. Are you ready to see the dark side of the land of the free? Our journey begins in Nevada, a state synonymous with bright lights and high-stakes gambling. But beneath the dazzling facade of Las Vegas lies a darker truth. Nevada consistently ranks high in violent crime, its streets a battleground for gangs and those caught in the web of addiction. Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, attracts millions seeking fortune and thrills. Yet, this transient population contributes to a sense of anonymity, emboldening criminal elements. Beyond the Strip, poverty and despair fuel property crime and petty theft. Reno, too, grapples with its own demons, contending with gang violence and drug trafficking. The economic disparities within the city are stark, creating fertile ground for desperation and lawlessness. Nevada, a land of extremes, offers a sobering reminder that even in the most prosperous of nations, darkness can take root. We journey now to the untamed wilderness of Alaska, a land of breathtaking beauty and unforgiving conditions. Here, isolation is both a blessing and a curse, shaping the lives of its inhabitants in profound ways. Alaska has the unfortunate distinction of having the highest rate of violent crime per capita in the United States. Domestic violence, often fueled by substance abuse and the pressures of living in remote areas, runs rampant. The long, dark winters exacerbate feelings of isolation and despair, creating a volatile environment within homes. In villages scattered across the vast expanse, law enforcement is often stretched thin. Response times can be agonizingly slow, leaving victims vulnerable and perpetrators free to vanish into the wilderness. Alaska's story is a poignant reminder that even in the most remote corners of the world, humanity's darker impulses can surface. Our journey takes us next to Louisiana, a state steeped in history and culture, but also burdened by a legacy of violence. From the vibrant streets of New Orleans to the industrial heartland of Baton Rouge, crime casts a long shadow over the Pelican State. New Orleans, known for its music, cuisine, and Mardi Gras celebrations, also grapples with a high rate of violent crime. Gangs operate with impunity in some neighborhoods, fueling drug trafficking and turf wars that claim innocent lives. Baton Rouge, the state capital, faces its own set of challenges, contending with high rates of property crime and violent offenses. Beyond the urban centers, rural communities struggle with poverty, drug abuse, and limited access to resources. Louisiana's vibrant culture and resilient spirit are tested daily by the realities of crime and violence. We arrive now in Missouri, a state often seen as a microcosm of America itself. Home to bustling cities and rural communities, Missouri also embodies the nation's struggle with crime and violence. St. Louis, once a thriving industrial center, has earned the grim distinction of being one of America's most dangerous cities. Poverty, unemployment, and gang violence plague its most vulnerable neighborhoods. Kansas City, known for its jazz heritage and barbecue, also grapples with a high rate of violent crime. Gangs, drugs, and poverty converge in a toxic mix, trapping residents in a cycle of violence. Beyond the urban centers, rural Missouri faces its own set of challenges. Methamphetamine production and trafficking have ravaged small towns, bringing with them addiction, crime, and violence. Missouri's story is a stark reminder that crime and violence know no boundaries. Our journey continues in Arkansas, a state often associated with its natural beauty and southern charm. But beneath the surface of rolling hills and sparkling lakes lies a darker reality. Little Rock, the state capital, struggles with a high rate of violent crime, particularly aggravated assault and homicide. Gangs operate in the shadows, fueling drug trafficking and turf wars that claim innocent lives. Pine Bluff, once a thriving industrial center, has been hit hard by economic decline and social problems. The city grapples with a high rate of violent crime fueled by poverty, unemployment, and the easy availability of firearms. Beyond the urban centers, rural Arkansas faces its own set of challenges. Domestic violence is a pervasive problem often hidden from view and exacerbated by the isolation of rural life. Arkansas's story is a reminder that even in the most idyllic of settings, danger can lurk. We venture now into Alabama, a state steeped in history, both triumphant and tragic. From the civil rights struggles of the past to the ongoing fight for equality, Alabama's story is one of resilience and struggle. Birmingham, once a symbol of industrial might, now contends with a high rate of violent crime. Gangs operate in the shadows, fueling drug trafficking and turf wars that claim innocent lives. Mobile, a port city on the Gulf Coast, also grapples with a high rate of crime. Property crime is rampant, and violent offenses are all too common. Beyond the urban centers, rural Alabama faces its own set of challenges. Domestic violence is a pervasive problem, often hidden from view and exacerbated by the isolation of rural life. Alabama's story is a reminder that even in the heart of the South, where tradition and hospitality run deep, darkness can take hold. Chapter 7. South Carolina, Beneath the Surface of Southern Charm. Our journey takes us next to South Carolina, a state renowned for its southern charm, historic cities, and picturesque coastline. Columbia, the state capital, contends with a high rate of violent crime, particularly aggravated assault and property crime. Gangs operate in the shadows, fueling drug trafficking and turf wars that claim innocent lives. Charleston, a historic port city known for its beauty and charm, also grapples with a high rate of property crime. Tourism, while a boon to the local economy, also attracts those seeking to prey on unsuspecting visitors. Beyond the urban centers, rural South Carolina faces its own set of challenges. Domestic violence is a pervasive problem, often hidden from view and exacerbated by the isolation of rural life. South Carolina's story is a reminder that even in the most idyllic of settings, darkness can lurk. Chapter 8, Tennessee Music City's Unsung Blues. We arrive now in Tennessee, a state synonymous with music, history, and Southern hospitality. Memphis, the birthplace of blues and rock and roll, contends with a high rate of violent crime, particularly aggravated assault and homicide. Gangs operate in the shadows, fueling drug trafficking and turf wars that claim innocent lives. Nashville, the heart of country music, also grapples with a high rate of property crime and violent offenses. Tourism, while a boon to the local economy, also attracts those seeking to prey on unsuspecting visitors. Beyond the urban centers, rural Tennessee faces its own set of challenges. Domestic violence is a pervasive problem, often hidden from view and exacerbated by the isolation of rural life. Tennessee's story is a reminder that even in the heart of music and entertainment, darkness can take hold. Chapter 9. New Mexico, Land of Enchantment, Shadow of Violence. Our journey takes us next to New Mexico, a land of vast deserts, ancient cultures, and breathtaking beauty. Albuquerque, the state's largest city, contends with a high rate of property crime and violent offenses, particularly aggravated assault and homicide. Gangs operate in the shadows, fueling drug trafficking and turf wars that claim innocent lives. Santa Fe, known for its art scene and historic plaza, also grapples with a high rate of property crime. Tourism, while a boon to the local economy, also attracts those seeking to prey on unsuspecting visitors. Beyond the urban centers, rural New Mexico faces its own set of challenges. Domestic violence is a pervasive problem, often hidden from view and exacerbated by the isolation of rural life. New Mexico's story is a reminder that even in the most beautiful and culturally rich of settings, darkness can take hold. Chapter 10. Michigan, Motor City's Road to Recovery. Our journey culminates in Michigan, a state synonymous with the American auto industry, Motown music, and the Great Lakes. Detroit, once a symbol of American industrial might, has faced economic hardship and social unrest, leading to a high rate of violent crime, particularly aggravated assault and homicide. Despite efforts at revitalization, many neighborhoods still bear the scars of urban decay, poverty, and lack of opportunity. Flint, a city forever marked by the water crisis, has also struggled with a high rate of violent crime. The crisis, which exposed residents to lead-contaminated water, has had devastating consequences for the health and well-being of the community. Beyond the urban centers, rural Michigan faces its own set of challenges. Domestic violence is a pervasive problem, often hidden from view and exacerbated by the isolation of rural life. Michigan's story is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, hope remains. As our journey through America's most dangerous states concludes, we are left with a sense of unease, but also a glimmer of hope. For in witnessing the harsh realities of crime and violence, we are compelled to seek solutions, to shine a light on the darkest corners of our nation. If this journey has resonated with you, if it has ignited a spark of concern or a desire to make a difference, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Let us continue to explore these critical issues together, to raise awareness and to advocate for change. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the root causes of crime and violence, by listening to the stories of those affected, and by working together, we can create safer communities and a more just society for all.